to Nice Radio every Saturday at 7:30 a.m. for A View from the Outside, hosted by Brereton Horne. A View from the Outside takes a look at key issues affecting St. Vincent and the Grenadines and gives a global perspective on how these issues are viewed. Host Brereton Horne will examine a variety of topics to enlighten, stimulate debate, and explore solutions. Hear the facts, hear the real-life stories, hear A View from the Outside. Join Brereton Horne at 7:30 a.m. every Saturday on Nice Radio for A View from the Outside.
On A View from the Outside this week being the 23rd of May 2020, we look at genuine, 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 with the view being that as a nation, all Vincentians will benefit immensely by ensuring we are able to detect when something or someone is genuine, a quality which will assist in making sound decisions when called upon to do so. The Cambridge Dictionary defines genuine as being what something or someone appears or claims to be, real, not false. And the Collins Dictionary states that genuine is used to describe people and things that are exactly what they appear to be and are not false or an imitation. Those definitions tell us that when someone or something is genuine, that person or thing is real. When someone or something is genuine, that person or thing is not false. When someone or something is genuine, that person or thing is not an imitation. When someone is genuine, that person is not pretentious. He or she would not lie shamelessly and with regularity. When Mark Twain and the 19th century preacher Charles Haddon Spurgeon wrote about the speed at which a lie travels around the world as compared to the truth, they were in fact concerned about how people are genuinely succumbing to the deception and lies from mainly politicians, even before the truth reaches them. In much the same way, there is a genuine concern by many inside and outside of St. Vincent and the Grenadines that Vincentians are dished up on a daily basis by the regime, lies, and what they're dished up lacks genuineness. And that leaves a lot to be desired because it appears as if their design is to try to hoodwink and bamboozle the Vincentian people. Many do not trust what they say, that is the regime. Many do not trust what they say as genuine because too often the information that they disseminate is proven to be false and riddled with lies and inconsistencies. In keeping with that concern, we on A View from the Outside have chosen to explore this topic today. In doing so, we will present you the listeners, with a series of scenarios and questions, and we will encourage you to draw your own conclusion as to how genuine they are. The issue pertaining to the way the current regime is handling the situation with sailors returning home to St. Vincent and the Grenadines from cruise ships has been causing much discussion around the country and further afield. Many people, including the sailors themselves, are pondering and cannot understand why, on one hand, the sailors who returned from the Carnival's cruise line and tested negative for COVID-19 were sent to their various homes, while on the other hand, those who returned from the Disney cruise line and tested negative in 2 different tests are currently put up in quarantine facilities. Many do not know the genuine reason for the difference in treatment. Treatment which even the families of those who are held in quarantine describe as unfair. Many speculate as to what the genuine reason is, Some say the reason could well lie in the fact that the regime allegedly received payments from one cruise line and not from the other. What is the regime's explanation for the difference? Did they provide one? And if they did provide one, do you believe it? Or do you believe that it is riddled with lies? You know the regime by now. They have occupied the halls of power for almost 20 years. Weigh up what you know. Weigh up what you've been told and determine what is genuine and what is not. In doing so, you are encouraged to observe what happens when other sailors from another cruise line, the Royal Caribbean, return home soon. In addition to the sailors, it appears that the COVID-19 era has added many talking points in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and has caused many to question the genuineness of what is happening in and around the country. Many question the genuine reason behind the boxes which are being handed out at this time by representatives of the regime, boxes which they referred to as love boxes. Many cannot understand why it is only now, when a general election is nigh, that the regime has come with its love boxes. Many question and wonder why, after nearly 20 years in government and nearly 5 years since the last general election, when most Vincentians have had an existence of impoverishment and lack, why now have the regime come with their purported outpouring of love? People question whether or how those who receive the boxes have been affected by COVID-19. Because after all, those boxes are meant to go to those who are genuinely affected by the impact of COVID-19. People question whether this love is genuine. In fact, many have said that the love is contrived. Many have said that rather than genuine love, it is love wrapped up in deception. It is love in a box. Deception aimed at trying to win votes in the upcoming election. People are asking about the genuine reason why the head of the regime is flitting, some say hysterically, from radio station to radio station on a daily basis. People wonder if it is to do damage control for all of the insults which he dished out to Vincentians over the years, and to try to win votes for the impending general elections. People question the wisdom of him doing just that, flitting from radio station to radio station, when in the process he continues inadvertently or otherwise to offend sections of the Vincentian community. He describes some Vincentians living in the diaspora as living hand to mouth. He also on one occasion requested and partly rendered the song, Jah Lick Them With Disease, when he had the diplomatic spat with Dr. Keith Mitchell, the Prime Minister of Grenada, and during the height of the period when COVID-19 was at its peak and wreaking havoc around the world. His latest episode is his offense of Rastafari, or Rastas, when he imitated how he said they look at white people in a different way, perhaps in a contemptuous way. He laughed and joked when he described the way he said one woman looked at him, the way Rastaman does look at white people sometimes. The Rastas, Rastafari, are seriously offended by such characterization of them. They question how genuine he is when he says he is Rutical. People are currently speculating about why there is no activity at the geothermal project site. People need to know the genuine reason why the project has seemingly come to a grinding halt. People are asking for the genuine reason why the regime is so quiet on the issue, especially when they said that this project will generate so much electricity that it will result in selling electricity to Barbados. Where is the accountability for this project? Where is the money? If the project is indeed halted, what is the environmental impact and cost? Why has the regime not shared this with the Vincentian people? We, here on A View from the Outside, join our Vincentian colleagues in continuing to ask questions of the regime. What is the genuine reason behind Glenn Jackson's death? What is the genuine reason why soon after Glenn Jackson's death, in the absence of any extensive investigation, the leader of the regime declared that Glenn Jackson was killed by the deadly bullet of an assassin? What is the genuine reason for the disappearance of Mr. Jocelyn, the servant of the Lord of Cane Garden, a man who, having been a fierce critic of the regime, disappeared without a trace, and for whom there has never been an official search or a public inquiry into his disappearance? What is the genuine reason why Paul Ahmed Scruggs was arrested, charged, and denied permission for months to leave the country to return to the USA, his usual place of residence? What is the genuine reason for the disruption of his life and livelihood, then later discontinued all of the charges against him? What is the genuine reason why Josette Bowen was arrested and charged, and then had all of the charges discontinued against her? What is the genuine reason why Yogi Farrell was sent to the mental asylum by a magistrate? And what is the genuine reason why the charges against her were discontinued? Charges which alleged that she abused or used abusive language to Karen Duncan Gonsalves, the wife of the Minister of Finance, Camilo Gonsalves. What is the genuine reason why, after so many years, the employees at Bukama still remain unpaid for their wages, even after many promises by the Minister of Finance that they will be paid? What is the genuine reason why Bigger Biggs' multi-million-dollar business was destroyed and left in ruins? And what is the genuine reason why Bigger Biggs continues to face the wrath of the regime? What is the genuine reason why thousands of Vincentian passports were destroyed after the Canadian government raised the alarm about the security of official Vincentian documents, including its passport? What is the genuine reason for the burning of the building which housed the electoral office and the government printery? Has there been an investigation? If not, why not? And if there was one, why has the information not been disclosed to us, the Vincentian people? What is the genuine reason why the election petitions continue to languish in the courts? And what is the genuine reason for the fear of opening the ballot boxes? What is the genuine reason for the blatant refusal to obey the Constitution, the highest law of the land, and provide accountability for the Argyle International Airport and other projects for which they, the regime, had to seek approval from Parliament? What is the genuine reason why they tried to circumvent the scrutiny of Parliament? What is the genuine reason of the source of the $1 million in cash, which was attempted to be deposited into the Accountant General's account, the account of St. Vincent and the Grenadines? And what is the genuine reason why to date there has been no report of any investigation presented to us, the Vincentian people? Was the leader of the regime genuine when he, as the Minister of National Security and Legal Affairs, said that he instructed the Commissioner of Police to open an investigation and to contact Interpol, the Regional Security System, and the Joint Intelligence Fusion Center of Impacts, among others, to assist in the investigation regarding allegations pertaining to him and others in the upper echelons of the ULP having bank accounts overseas with millions of US dollars in them. If he was genuine, where is the report of that investigation? Why has no report been revealed to us, the Vincentian people? If he was genuine, why have charges not been brought against anyone? What is the genuine reason why Kenson King is arrested? The Kenson King story is a developing one, which many Vincentians at home and in the diaspora have a keen eye on. We, here on A View from the Outside, encourage you all our Vincentians, to continue to seek out the genuine reason why things happen in the country, why they happen in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We encourage you not to be deterred by the name-calling or insults. Do not be deterred by threats. Do not be deterred by the daunting prospect of being arrested. Do not be deterred by the unnerving thought of victimization. We encourage you all to keep asking the questions in your quest. Let us all keep asking the questions in our quest for genuine answers. And as we seek out genuine answers, we here on A View from the Outside urge you to bear in mind the words of Avijit Das, the Indian poet and writer, who said, and I quote, "One genuine criticism is more precious than 1,000 false praises." I repeat that. One genuine criticism is more precious than 1,000 false praises. Vincentians, continue to ask the genuine questions. Until next week, Randy and all of the listeners, this is Brereton Horne with A View from the Outside, with a reminder to send your feedback as usual to aviewfromtheoutside@hotmail.com. We also invite you to visit and like our Facebook page at A View from the Outside, and also visit and subscribe to our YouTube channel at JMB Horne. Have a pleasant Saturday, have a wonderful Sunday, and a productive week ahead as we all continue to seek genuine answers. All the best to you, Randy, and the listeners.